fuck off because you had something else for you somewhere else. And then I don't know how to figure out about Scotty and the road life.
I didn't know anything at that point. I didn't know. There was nothing. I knew that there was a deep feeling inside me that it was time for change, and that I needed to go and I needed to do something else. But for some reason I was so convinced that the path I was following was the right one that I just swept aside that suffering and that misery. But it was in the name of fear. It was in the name of fear because I was afraid. I didn't know what I would do if I didn't have my apartment, if I didn't have my job, if I didn't have my social circle, if I didn't have that city that I was living in that I was so familiar with.
Yeah, but you was miserable there, huh?
Yeah, I was miserable. I didn't realize it. I just thought that was life. I thought that's
that's funny.
That's just that's the lot you're assigned, and that's what you go with, and that's kind of what society tells you is just you keep on trucking, you keep nose to the grindstone, keep working hard, and things should get better, and if they don't get better, then you didn't work hard enough. And then it's funny because my entire world just started falling apart in a way. Mostly surrounding my job, they didn't give me the money that I was hoping for, and that was really, funnily enough, that was the kick in the pants that I needed.
That's where the magic happened. It's just whatever I think for me happens when I feel not good, just a little bit or whatever. I just stop doing whatever I'm doing, and then I just let it drift to something else, and it always takes me to something more.
If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't. Isn't that one of my old ones?
Well, yeah, and I think if we don't be good at knowing when it doesn't feel good, sometimes it's going to be an idea put in our head that this is good, even if it doesn't feel, but you totally believe that you need that fucking brand new car or whatever to reach happiness, because it's an idea that somebody put in your head, but you just don't listen to your true feeling, intuition telling you maybe that's not what you need. So I think once we do a bad decision and we get into that bad feeling, it's hard to recognize when there is other bad feeling, and you just drift off from the route you were meant to be, further out, without never noticing it. And then that's what we call life, because we think that's what it is.
Do you
until
think
the trucking crash.
Do you think that it could partly be that we're just, sometimes people are stubborn by nature, so things are not necessarily not going badly, but if they're just not making you happy, you're too proud to admit that you didn't do the right thing. And you need to just let it all go and start something else.
Totally, and that's where the fear comes from, because you're like, okay, so let's rewind and figure out when's the last time I was fucking riding on happiness. And sometimes it can be so fucking far back that when it gets scary, because you've built such an empire of whatever it is in the wrong way, and now you're like, okay, I'm gonna put the dynamite in it and go back to nothing. That's fucking scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I was telling Scotty last night, a couple of weeks before I cleared out of New York City, I took all my stuff and I built a fire and I burned it all. Wow. All these journals from when I was a teenager, love letters, sentimental objects, just, things that I couldn't just throw in the trash, and I was sitting there for an entire night just tossing it.
Like that bag right there?
Like that bag right there. No, I'm gonna leave that here. We can put it on the street. It's gonna fucking nag me and pain so much, but it's just stuff, man, and I think that part of it is practice. Just...
it doesn't serve you. What's in there is there because it doesn't serve you.
Gotta do it, and feelings are going to come up around it, and probably regret, so I should have kept that thing, I should have kept that thing, but...
Well, it could happen.
No, it won't. It's not true. Well, this is my prediction. That stuff will be gone, and you won't even fucking think about it ever again. You won't even remember what was in that goddamn bag within a short time. That's what happens.
I don't remember what's in there now.
There you go. I think people get storage lockers, rent storage. It's because they put stuff in there because there's no room in their life for that fucking stuff. But I mean, this is America. We got a lot of extra stuff.
Got a lot of extra stuff, and you got to keep it. Because if you don't keep it, what was it worth? Why did you have it?
Yeah. Why did you spend that money and time working to get it?
Yeah, and if God knows what, or whatever comes up, wherever they're fancy.
Good people aren't on the road. So everybody's a bad guy out there?
That's what society teaches you.
Think so, huh?
Well, the thing is,
Be scared?
Am I?
No.
Be scared. Well, yeah.
Be scared. You ever hear anybody say be safe?
Yeah.
You know what that translates to? Usually, more often than not, it translates to be scared. Be scared, man.
Be scared. I mean,
bad stuff out there.
We were talking to somebody on Facebook was talking about going to Mexico for the winter, and everybody started saying, "Carry a gun, don't trust anybody." Da, 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 da. And you're just sitting there thinking, like, have any of these fucking people been there?
No, man, none of them.
They haven't been there.
They just believe
They don't
the shit.
know. It's just like on the news, and here you are talking about how every time you go down there, you end up staying with people for weeks at a time because they're so friendly and so open, and they just want to.
The average
Good to
person,
other people.
it's just the average person. I'm sure they got their share of trouble, man.
I mean, everybody's got.
There's
their
plenty
share
of talk of it,
trouble.
but I haven't had it personally yet.
I think you get what you believe in. If you do believe that the world's a dangerous place, your body's gonna break down, you'll run out of money, somebody's gonna stab you and get murdered, probably that's gonna happen because that's what you're asking. That's what you're thinking. That's the frequency you're on.
Yeah.
If you stop believing that bullshit and you go out, and like last year I came in this town, I had never been in this fucking town, and I'm like, this town's gonna be so fucking dope. I'm gonna meet awesome people, lovely people, women. I'm gonna have the dope shit time of my life. Guess what happened the first fucking day I pulled into this town? I met the most fucking awesome people of the whole fucking town probably. And they invited me to their home the first day, and it was like if I've known them since forever. Because that's what I asked it, that's what I had in my head. You get what you think. So if society, you would watch the media and stuff and they tell you that it's fucking dangerous, you will get murdered as soon as you do something fun. Well, if you believe that shit, maybe that's gonna happen.
That's
But
funny.
if you say fuck that, the world's awesome. My bike never fucking break down. Everything's beautiful. Well, I'm sorry, but it just fucking happened.
Did your bike really never break down?
It never happened. Even the other one I had, I tried everything to break it. It never broke.
I'd like to be able to say that.
Think that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I got out of my years of traveling on the road.
they say, everybody talks about vibrations and frequencies and it's true. What you put out to the universe, it's going to resonate back at you.
I'm all about that shit. I don't care people think it's stupid. They're just not there yet. They're not ready for it. But the thing is that there's no being ready for it. Everybody does it without knowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole life is built of what they think about their life. Their whole personality, their whole human being is what they think they are. Because probably somebody told them when they were a kid they were good at this and not at that, and life is like this and not like that, and they agreed with that, and that's what they become.
Yeah, they make
Maybe.
a contract. I mean, that's exactly what happened to me.